Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Yana, and this is part 3 of my Pleasantly Strange. I left off, of course, when I stopped. The Ottomas did not pop up, but as you see, you can kind of see them. But here we have, I call them the Zaidi. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it consists of Lucy Burb. Lucy thought she wanted to go to college, but in the end, it wasn't for her. The only useful thing she took away from college is her husband. Lucy loves her stay-at-home mom life and can't wait to add little more Zaidis into the world. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry if that is your name. But no, Lucy met Simon in college. Lucy ended up failing out junior year, and I'm like, you were so close. I don't even think she wanted to pass to get to junior year. It just so happened the skills that she had, they worked. They got her through. But no, she has 2 kids, a 6 and a 3-year-old. So I can't wait to see what happens with their growing family. Now, the apartment that they live in is a 3-bedroom apartment. So it works out enough because they do have a girl and a boy, that if they do have more kids, I do have bunk beds. Thank God for CC. I can kind of stack the kids in there, but hopefully Lucy might roll and want to get a job. Maybe she'll write a book. Maybe she'll pick up painting. But with the 5,400 they have, they can't move anywhere. If anything, I would have to get them a loan and just move them into a bigger apartment. But I do have one sim that's just like living his best life, which is Isaiah Gavigan, which in the last part I talked about his parents. He was already born in game when you move him in from the family band. Isaiah is enjoying life away from his large family and having his own space to do what he wants. Now, this man is a romance sim, and when I say he's getting around, he's getting around. He's been with Charla, Noelle, Chloe. He's actually been with a professor that he met in school. Now, he did fail freshman year. So, he just, I guess, went there to meet the ladies, and he's like, I don't want to do this extra work. He's bi, so he has had a little fling with Alan, which is a townie, Jill, Shelby, and Lotus, which is Mortimer's second daughter. His first daughter with his then wife, Dina. Now, I accidentally clicked on the wrong Broke family. The first video. I was looking for Dustin. He lives right next door. But Bo, being the youngest, I would say, the youngest boy, he just ended up moving into his old like family trailer that his parents and his older brother lived before his dad passed away in the pool ladder incident. The reason why his sisters don't have the house is because they just aged up. So Bo was just lucky enough to beat him out. He lived in the apartment right next to Aaron Beaker. I don't want to say he had a relationship with Aaron, but he did meet who he's with, Caitlin Spitgig. But I must have a mod lost in my folder somewhere because she is relatively older than poor Bo. Oh my goodness, my dogs, they just love to bark. I'm sorry. Their biological daughter is Miss Sunday. Twins right here are Charla, and I think it's Grunt's babies. Anyway, she's 52. She wanted more kids. She's lucky she got Miss Sunday. So she wanted more kids, so ended up adopting the twins, which The daughter is named after Charlotte's grandmother, Dora, which had passed away, I think, a round or two before she moved out. I can't remember if she was a teenager or just turned into an adult when her grandmother passed. But I named the baby after that, and then I rolled, and it's like, oh, not your kid anymore, I guess. But yeah, Bo is happy. You know, he's 28. Bo, he's a knowledge sim. So Bo just like to soak up everything like a sponge. He is level 10 in the science career already. He's a mad scientist at 28. So Bo had a lot of skills. Bo moved up very, very quickly. But yeah, he's enjoying his little domestic life. Now, they have enough money that I probably could move them into a decent size house, maybe a 3-bed, if not a 2. No, I would do 3 because we do have a boy. But he's happy at his trailer. You know, he's like, he doesn't need to have all the flashy things. Okay. So the Ottomas, we have another Ottomas. This is little toddler Tommy when you move the Ottomas from the family bin into a save file. He's all grown up. He went off to college. I think he had a few, I don't want to say flings because he's a family sim, but he's bisexual. He was with Tina Traveler, which Tina is a popular sim. She didn't really care, you know, she was just kind of happy that she was, you know, that she had someone, I guess, to be friends with. But yeah, this is Gabriella Newson Newby. She got adopted by the Newby family. But Gabriella got pregnant with her daughter, Jane. I think she had her, I can't remember if Jane had passed away. Jane must have passed away right before she gave birth, because I normally try to keep family names like in the family. So because Jane had passed away, that's why her daughter's name is Jane. Keep the name going. The only thing is I have to change is because they weren't married at the time that they had her. I wanted to keep the newbie name, but I also want to add Ottomas because they just got married. Like, she's literally a day old. Like, she's not even a year yet. She fresh. This baby is fresh out the plumb bob. So I want to add Ottomas. So I will probably go back and she will be a hyphenated baby name. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just give them the father, depending on the situation, whose name they'll have. And then the last household in this part of the neighborhood, and the Pleasantview part, is the Ottomas twins. These are the unborn babies, Samantha and Peter. She's always going to have twins, just to let you know. Fun fact. It's always twins. Now, luckily enough, I haven't had a save because I do have a mod that goes along with the quads and trips where I can have more than 8 people in the household. But they've always been twins for me. But this is Eric and Kylie. They just graduated from college. They're 23. And they had enough money thanks to the inheritance they got from their grandmother passing and what money earned while they were in college. So they're just starting out, trying to figure out what's the best thing for them. But yeah, this is all of the Pleasantly Strange. I am going to switch over to Strange Town, and I'll be back and let you know with what's going on with the Curious family. Hey, this is what's left of the Curious family. I can already see something wrong with this now. Pascal never knew how hard it was to raise his daughter, but with the help of his brother, she turned out to be a wonderful woman and mother. Vickens' dream came true when he became a mad scientist, but now, in his older years, he wonders if he should have found someone to settle down with. It pretty much speaks for itself. the boys are still in the science career. Pascal, even though he's the older brother, he still hasn't reached the top of the science career. This is alien baby, but instead of being a boy, Tycho, which is everybody names him Tycho, is Lyra. She just, I don't want to say she just aged out. It's been 2 rounds, so she's 26. She got pregnant, and I don't remember who the daddy is. I'm so sorry. I can't remember who it is. I know it's a playable sim because she's pregnant with a non-playable Sims baby. Somebody she met in college. It might be. You know what? I don't even want to guess. I would have to look it up and let you know another day and another time. But yeah, she's enjoying motherhood. Now she's a popularity sim, so this might be her last child. I will put her on birth control. But if she ends up marrying the sim from college, maybe one more. I don't know. Just kind of all depends. And then we get off to the very well-known Smith family. Now, no one looks familiar here. Paul died. I should have wrote this down because I don't want to click off the screen and stop this recording. But Paul died. He was 64. And Jenny just passed away this round, on the 5th round. We're starting the 6th round, which will be 30 years. She passed away. She was still a nurse. But she wanted more kids. They were just too old. She did not get pregnant. She ended up adopting twins from Pleasantview, which happened to be Nina and Dawn's twins. This is Oswin, and his brother moved out. His name is Neil. But Oswin knew he and his twin were adopted, but didn't realize the other Sims looked like him. Never interested in finding his birth parents, he was happy with the love and the acceptance he accepted from his family. He just has to wait a few more years to make Jolene his wife and add more children to his Smith family. Just so happened, don't think it's bad. Oh my goodness, the dogs, I don't know. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oswin was a teen when he got Jolene pregnant. It just so happened that he was on the higher side of teenage years and he went off to college. He did fail senior year, so he almost made it. And Jolene will be she's 17. So she had the baby when she was 15. But no, he's enjoying raising his son. I know they're going to be real close because Jolene may go off to college. I don't know. But I did give him Sterling, the son, the Smith last name because I knew they were going to be together regardless. And then the Beakers were here in the house that I downloaded because I can't deal with just vanilla houses. As you see, I can't. They moved out of this house because every time I loaded up this game, this house was like, nah. Like 2 seconds in, my game would just close. So I was like, okay, I'm going to move them out. Solve this problem. So I just chalked it up to Loki just being older. You know, he didn't want to climb all those steps. But Loki and Cersei ended up losing their experiment nervous. But it didn't worry him too much. Loki finally talked Cersei, into starting a family of their own. He would have liked more children, but it didn't work out that way. With their daughter off to college, will the Beakers go back to their old ways? I don't know if I'm going to find like a new experiment for them to like move in. They do have all their stuff. I did bring the stuff with them. It's in the garage and in the spare room. But I do plan on moving their daughter into the house just because why not? She moves back home. That's her dog. You know what I'm saying? But They're in age. Um, Loki is a mad scientist, and Cersei is still kind of low level in the medical career. She is level 6 now, so she kind of did something. But but yeah, it's just the good old Beaker family. He is really close to his sister Aaron and his nephew, which I do like. He is a secondary family sim, so I feel like that was like, yes, maybe I shouldn't do this to other people type of thing. And then the last family that I'm going to do, because I know if I can hear them barking with my headphones on, y'all probably hear them too, which I am so sorry about. Um, the Grunt family. General Buzz never thought he'd get married again, let alone have 3 more children this late in life. Will he be a better father and husband this time around? Now, this needs to be tweaked a little bit because he ended up dying at the end of last round. Well, this round, I should say. Round 5. He ended up getting married to Kristen. He ended up having triplets. Why? I swear I have more triplets and twins in this playthrough than I've had in a long time in any of my combined mega hoods, uber hoods, whatever I have been playing. But they're almost grown. They're 16. So he was relatively old when he had them. So Kristen is one day from becoming an elder. So, I think she'll spend a few more years here to make sure they could live on their own if something happened to her. But so far, the triplets are doing well. They are spreading their wings. It's a mixture of all kind of aspirations. But yeah, I think he was closer. I will say this. Maybe he had calmed down in his older age, By this time, Polynesian, he had passed away. He wasn't really fighting with his boys. Because, when I say they left, they were gone. They were like, I don't want no parts of this anymore. Now, I will say Bo was still home when he and Kristen ended up getting married and she ended up having the kids. But I think he was doing better. And maybe he learned from his first mistakes. He didn't try to push the kids. Now he does. I can't remember if it's Amanda or Autumn. One of the girls has maxed out her body skill. So not that he was pushing her to do it, but she had all the military track to work out. But yeah, thanks again for listening to my rambling. Excuse all the barking that is going on. I do not know what's wrong with these dogs today, but see you in the next one.